It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, last week, the Document Imaging Channel, those friends of mine that sell, supply, and service print equipment, were dealt a tough blow. One of the boldest leaders in the industry suddenly passed away. CEO of Xerox, John Visentin, only 59 years old, left us way too soon. And today I want to talk about Xerox and how I see Xerox. Because, ladies and gentlemen, a lot of my friends, well, let's just say the status quo thinking friends that I have in that print, supply, and service space, they still see Xerox the way Xerox was in 1970. And I assure you, my friends, John Visentin had a totally different vision for Xerox. And that vision was being orchestrated. John Visentin had great leaders there helping him. Those great leaders will pick up the reins and finish delivering the future to the present for those Xerox's customers. Xerox will maintain irrelevance, provided that they continue with their bold leadership. But folks, it was way too soon for John Visentin to leave us at 59 years old. But he had sought to broaden the company's offerings beyond photocopying and printing. And he was passionate about that. Folks, here's what I believe. I believe Xerox is innovating information and service delivery. And they're going to be recognized as changing the world around services. And I'm not talking about copier and printer services. I'm talking about changing the world around services and changing the world around information delivery. I've been saying this for a long time, and I'm hoping today's episode it'll finally, bounce into the heads of my friends. Xerox not an OEM in my mind. Xerox is the largest dealer in the world. Xerox is the largest company that has a sales and service force that delivers products to end users, supplies those products, and services those products. There's nobody bigger. They do this with what would be known as a direct model as well as a dealer model. But they're huge. So let me just say it again. Xerox does not need to buy an OEM, and nor should they, or I hope they don't ever do it. But here's what I'll say. OEMs would be insane not to provide Xerox their products. OEMs would be insane not to look at Xerox, this huge global company that provides a product, supplies the product, and services that product direct to the end user. This is important in our ever-changing world as our world transitions more into IT services. But a few years ago, Xerox made some decisions, and they split the company into 3 separate companies. And today I want to talk about those 3 separate companies, because those 3 separate companies are doing the things that John Visentin was visioning to help those end users, those Xerox end users, receive futuristic products in the present. And the first company, my friends, is CareAR, and I've talked about CareAR a lot. They're one of my sponsors on the show, but here's the reality, folks. Augmented reality. Change in service. Software changing the world of service. CareAR is in that software group. But folks, this is about expertise on demand. It's assist, it's instruct, it's incite. I mean, can you imagine? Think about the applications of this, and I've talked about this on the show numerous times, but think about it. Think about that plumbing company that's having a hard time getting techs. And they could have techs that maybe have certain skill levels, but they're missing a couple skills. But they could have someone with those skills in a virtual augmented reality session with that tech in the field. The applications are tremendous. CareAR, doing some fantastic things with ServiceNow. ServiceNow making a $10 million investment in CareAR. CareAR is the future. CareAR is delivering the future to the present. CareAR is definitely changing the world of service. Let's look at this other company. Park. Folks, we've all heard of Park, right? The research center. Look, they're doing a lot of things out there at Park, but I want to focus on 2. I want to focus on 2 of the investments, and this is that innovation group that Xerox has, and they're investing in things. Let's look at this software. Let's look at this company. Let's help them develop. Let's help them develop so we can take their products or their services and we can deliver that to our customers. We could take these futuristic products and we could deliver them to our customers by therefore delivering the future to the present, right? Novelty. Folks, you got to go to the Park's website. Go to the Park website and see what they're doing. It's amazing stuff. Novelty is a software around predictive maintenance on manufacturing equipment. I'm not talking about a DSA tool to figure out when a printer needs toner. I'm talking about a tool that'll tell a manufacturing company when their $50 million manufacturing machine is having issues. Could you imagine when you tie something like Novelty with augmented reality? Do you see kind of where that's going? Folks, very, very interesting software. The other company is Eloque, and I've talked about Eloque before, but Eloque, sensor technologies that are built to help cities and municipalities and governments manage infrastructure. Eloque, Xerox doing some fantastic things in Australia. The Victorian government contracted with them to put sensors on their bridges. Folks, this is the future. Think about this. Think about the United States passing that huge infrastructure bill. Do you think that Xerox, Eloque might have some potential with our bridges here in the United States? Folks, there's a lot of things going on at Park, and I think you need to open your mind up and quit thinking about Xerox like it's 1970. And think about Xerox delivering the future to the present. Lastly, they got the finance company. They call it Fiddle now. But folks, this isn't just about leasing print equipment. This is about bringing financial capabilities to end users. I put something over here, and I want you all to pay attention real close to this. Everything as a service must include financing. So anybody that sells things as a service understands this. Quite honestly, the print channel understands this well. We've been financing and leasing print equipment for a long, long time. But folks, now people need software. That software could be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. Those software providers, guess what? They don't necessarily want to put that out into the marketplace and let those end users pay by the month, because it might take them a long time to recapture their cost of the software. So through finance programs, those software companies could get the money up front while the customer pays the monthly subscription fee. And that applies to everything. That applies to hardware, that applies to software. Sometimes that applies to services. Financing is so important to everything as a service. And folks, Fiddle's in a great position, a great position to capitalize on that importance. But check Fiddle out. Fiddle's going to be changing the game. They're already doing some unique things with an alliance they have with Lexmark as an example. Will Fiddle be the finance partner for the print OEMs? What software companies will use Fiddle for their financing? Folks, delivering the future to the present has nothing to do with the past. Some of those assets and some of those capabilities from the past can enhance one as they deliver the future to the present. But it's definitely not about the past. It's about John Visentin's vision of getting people to see Xerox as more than just a print company. And the only way that happens is to deliver these services out into the marketplace. And folks, I'll tell you right now, that Care AR program is getting a lot of momentum. It's getting a lot of momentum. I strongly suggest that you all read into this. Some of my good friends in the Document Imaging channel have already partnered with Xerox around Care AR. They're using it for their own internal service capabilities. They're also delivering that to their end users. So folks, there's a lot of things that are going to change in our industry. But one thing's for sure, we have to be able to deliver the future to the present for our customers. And I believe that our good friends over there at Xerox are positioned to do that. I wish the best for Steve B and his team. And let's carry on John's legacy. Let's carry on his vision. Let's change the world around document and service delivery. Because everyone watching me knows this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck in status quo, and I'll see you all tomorrow.